Hi guys, what's going on? There was a little bit of technical issue with the stream, so I apologize for uh, coming out a little bit later than we were supposed to. But it's okay, guys, because today's topic, today's subject is very, very important. And we're gonna discuss the potential ban on Indian citizens or India-born persons. Okay, and we're gonna discuss the ways how to approach this potential ban, or and I have a lot to say about these guys. Let's just dive in. Let's dive in. I don't want to hold you back on any information. So let's start from the beginning. Last week or 2 weeks ago, I believe it was July 24th, 2025. Trump was speaking in one of the conferences, and he said, and we have a record of that. He said that he is not happy that the large companies like Google, Apple are hiring Indian citizens in the program of H1B and probably the perm, like EB2, EB3, which we know is not a problem at all because of the priority date. So nobody is taking the jobs of the U.S. Citizens. First, he mentioned that, and then there were rumors that he threatened the additional tariffs, the additional sanctions to the U.S. company who hire foreign, and he mentioned Indians specifically and Chinese also, but Indians was there in the highlight of this thing. Potential sanctions in the monetary sanctions, right? So that's what happened 2 weeks ago. Then last week, the new director of USCIS, we by the way already sued him on some other issues, and we won actually in the mandamus action in the federal court just last week, by the way. So surprise, you knew, but you're being sued as an old one all the time. And he said that they will be implementing a new reform to H1B visa. And that's what it's all about, guys. It's all about H1B visa. And I decided to make this like urgent stream for you guys to explain what are the implications of all that and how we gonna approach this. So the new reform that the new director mentioned was to make the H1B in a way that that only the companies that provide a higher pay to the foreign citizens on H1B visa being able to get those foreign employees. So it's kind of like a competition between the US companies to offer higher salaries to potential foreign employees to actually get them. Okay? And I hope you understand what I'm saying, right? So it's kind of like auction. It's kind of an auction, right? So I don't know if they're gonna leave the lottery, if that's gonna open up the gate to the lottery, or it's gonna be more like an auction. Okay, more like an auction. So the higher pay you offer, the better chance that you get the foreign employee. All right, so let's discuss this. Let's discuss this potential reform and what other things could happen to H1B holders even right now. And guys, the worst case scenario, I don't think it's gonna happen, but it's possible that the current H1B holders could also lose that privilege, because a visa to work in the US is not a right, it's a privilege, right? So the government can take that away if they want. All right. So what are the implications of this? And this is kind of crazy, guys. This is a little bit crazy if you think about it, because the whole point of H-1B program was to bring or to keep a foreign employee in the US, a foreign highly qualified, educated employee in the US for cheap, and get a person who's not only educated and qualified for cheap, but also whose work ethics is much higher than Americans. All right. I don't say that Americans are bad employees. No. But proportionally, of course, immigrants are much better. And look at me, guys. I work 24/7, right? And I'm an immigrant. And so do you. I know it. I know, because I have a lot of clients who are Indian born, who are successfully getting EB-1As and green cards approved right and left. I know how much you work. So that was a trade-off. You get the right to stay in the US and work and potentially get a green card if you're good enough. And the American company gets a cheap employee with high ethics and good quality of work. That always was a silent agreement. Okay? So now the US president comes in and says, that's not right, because we do not prioritize the US employees, US citizens. And this is kind of mind-blowing, guys, because first of all, it contradicts the essence, the intent of this program, okay? Of course, no one says in the law like, oh, we're gonna get them for cheap, and no. But this is the intent, okay? So it not only it contradicts the intent, but also it undermines the whole notion of getting more jobs for the US citizens. Why? Because those immigrant employees, they're the ones who move the businesses the most, thus creating more jobs for the US citizens. So remove those foreign employees, remove the benefits of the US companies to get the highly qualified and cheaper employees, so they have to spend more money on US employees for less work. That slows down the development of the American businesses. And if it does, then the businesses do not create more other jobs that are also allocated to the US citizens, because H-1B is limited. Okay, you filled out 85,000 a year, but let's say 300,000-400,000 created, right? Or whatever the numbers is. I'm just making up the numbers, but more created due to this. So now you remove those, the foreign, and you remove those jobs that the foreigners are creating. Ridiculous. Guys, smash the like button if you think this is ridiculous, because I do, and no one can convince me otherwise. Guys, smash that like button if you think that's what I'm saying is correct. So, but now we have to deal with this, because we can tell that this is ridiculous 10,000 times, and that's not gonna help, right? Not gonna help. What's gonna help is actually finding a solution to the potential problem, okay? Finding the solution to the potential problem. And before I get down to this, before I get down to the solution of the problem, let's push this idea forward. So Trump is not happy with Indians taking up the tech jobs in the US. So right now they're taking the steps to make it harder to bring the Indians to the US, but also they can. Now, and if you told me this a month ago, I would say you crazy. But now we cannot totally disqualify the potential of revoking of the current H-1B visas. Okay? I agree. The probability of that is very low. And there are different ways to do this, right? Bluntly, or finding the ways of find the violations and things like that. So imagine the damage if that comes true. All right? Especially for those of you who've been on H-1B for many years, above 6 years that's allocated to this visa, because you have EB2 or EB3 approved back in the day, and you get unlimited extensions of your H-1B visa, and your spouse also get H-4 EAD, the right to work. So imagine the damage of revoking those visas and having go out of the country, right? When your life is here in the US, your income, your properties, your family, your kids, probably some of them are US citizens, and the school and friends and your friends and other things, the hobbies, your life is here. So imagine the damage. Now, let's discuss two solutions to this problem. Solution number one, for those of you who did not yet get H-1B or who got H-1B but did not get a labor certification approved. Okay, and there are a bunch of that of you like that, and I do have clients like that who are working with us right now. So your alternative is O1 visa, the talent non-immigrant work visa. And I know you guys are gonna tell me, Stanislav, I'm not talented. Okay, you're not the one to tell me that. Okay, only I can tell you whether you are talented or not based on assessment of your achievement and recognition. Otherwise, I'm not buying it, all right? And because you are on H-1B visa, or maybe on F1 or STEM or STEM OPT, regular OPT, whatever that is, I know that you have enough to get O1 visa, okay? Because you have minimum 2, maybe 3, and maybe sometimes 4 criteria. What are those? Critical leading role, maybe significantly higher pay. I know, I just said that H-1B gets people on cheap, but once you grow, things change. Assessment, the work of other professionals. This is judging, right? And some of you, the contribution in the field through your projects in your companies. So 3 to 4, 2 to 4 criteria, depending on where you are in your career. So that means that all of you have the potential for O1. And if you want to know for sure, fill out the free evaluation form. Okay, free evaluation form, I dropped you in the comment section. You will also have that under this video in the description section. Okay, fill it out, wait 2 days. I'll get back to you assessing your case. Look for the word potential. Okay, the word potential is gonna make it for you. So you could move on to the second stage. Now that's for those of you who are on F1, on OPT, CPT, or already on H-1B. Okay, so without EB2, EB3 approved. So O1 is your alternative. Now, if you are Indian citizen or Indian born person, you may be Canadian citizen, UK citizen, doesn't matter. What matters is where the country where you're born. If you're Indian born person and you have H1B, and you have EB2, EB3 approved, and specifically if the priority date is before February 2022. You guys are golden. Why? Because we can get your case for EB1A within 6 months, improving it, describing it, and drafting the beautiful memorandum and getting all in place. Filing it with expedited processing, 15 days, 2 weeks, getting you approved. And then within the next 6 months, you will have your green card in your hand and your family as well. Okay? That's in case you have EB2, EB3 approved before February, and actually the labor certification priority date before February 2022. So you guys, I don't know why you waited before, okay? Because especially if I qualified you, all right? I don't know what you waited, because I know you have finance in place. I know you have the case. So what you've been waiting for, I'm not sure. That's a mystery to me. And we already proved with dozens upon dozens of cases for EB1A, for Indians, for different type of professions that we can do this. I understand some of you like, okay, we'll be waiting for other Indians to get approval first, and then we're gonna move on. Okay, we are beyond the stage long time ago. Okay, long time ago. Now and there was smoke in the air back in the day, because waiting for 10 years of priority date for EB2 that doesn't move, by the way, or maybe even go in the past, is almost ridiculous, right? Now we have the fire. Okay, there was a smoke, now there's a fire. All right, so if you guys still waiting for whatever you're waiting in your head, I'm not sure, things can get really worse really fast. Okay, so what I want you to do is to get your things together. If you haven't go through the free evaluation, do it right now. Okay, do it right now. See if I see the potential in your case, and if I do, come to the complex immigration planning, where I will build a written strategy for your case, winning written strategy, and then hire my company, my team, and myself to lead your case for the next 6 months. Okay. If you procrastinate or you wait for more time and things can change really quick, you risk your whole life, okay? And I don't believe that risking your life, compared to the excuses that you have not to start your cases, is not how you want to approach this, okay? All right, let me see. What do you guys get to say? Talk to me. You've been silent. You're probably shocked. You're like, oh my God, poop is about to hit the fence very, very fast. Okay, let me see what else I want to share with you today. Let me see. Okay. Yes, so I addressed everything that I wanted today. So give me the questions, guys. And if you don't have any questions right now, write them down in the comment section or on Instagram, and follow me on Instagram on YouTube if you haven't yet, because I'm going to release more videos addressing this issue. And as things develop, and they are developed, because just yesterday, another highly ranked official, I forgot the name, he's in Trump administration, he retweeted the Trump's things about India. And if before we were guessing, and you guys said that's correct, my guess was correct, it was political reason. Now it's clear that Trump is not happy with India buying Russian oil and thus indirectly sponsoring the war in Ukraine. Okay, Trump is not happy. Everybody knew that was happening. Now, because Trump is in power, he can do whatever he wishes. So that's highly politicized issue, and I don't know the proper way out of that unless Indian government makes Trump happy and stop buying the Russian oil. But that's the balancing test because I mean, guys, I'm not political. Okay, I'm not political. I'm neutral to this, and maybe I'm not neutral, but I'm not really like that's not the political talk today. But if I was Indian government, I would weigh how much money they make from the cheap Russian oil, because of course India resells that oil for expensive for market prices. So there's a great benefit to this. You buy for, let's say right now the what is it? It's not a gallon. It's a barrel, right? One barrel is $60, 65. India buys it from Russia for 40 or 35. They refine it, make a gasoline, whatever they make out of it, all these products, gas, oil products, and they resell it for market prices. So the marginality of this endeavor is huge, very profitable. So I would calculate the profit that India makes on that versus the potential consequences of Trump's tariffs, sanctions, and things like that. So I guess Trump's administration is not stupid, so they will also do the same calculations, and they make sure that the consequence of that are more serious than the profit, and then we're gonna see. So unless Indian government makes Trump happy, he can start pushing those issues just exactly how he did with Ukrainians. Guys, don't forget, he already done it. He has done it. It's not that I'm just making up and boo, Halloween stuff. No. He has done it with Ukraine. See what he did. He said, hey, you're gonna get no weapons. We're gonna kick out Ukrainians from US. We're gonna cancel U4U, United for Ukraine program. We're gonna cancel TPS on all this. And then, of course, Ukrainian government said, okay, no. We'll do whatever you say. All right. So, and that was resolved. So I expect that to be the same. However, you cannot compare Indian and Ukrainian economy, and you cannot compare Indian spirit to the Ukrainian spirit. And I'm not saying Ukrainians don't have the spirit, but India is a richer country, more wealthier, okay, and a longer history. So that also affects the pride of to be Indian. So we're gonna track this issue. We're gonna see what's gonna happen in the future. But the writing is on the wall with big letters that it is time to act. Hi Viraj, hi, I want to inquire about EB2 visa. Yes, go ahead, do this right now. If I have time to see your question, I will definitely respond to this. If not, leave a comment. I'll get back to you in writing. And Viraj, you're always free to fill out a free evaluation form, and the link is in this chat right now. All right, guys, I'll give you 30 seconds, 30 minutes to give me your final thoughts on this for discussion. And if there's no more questions, we're gonna finish right now. Okay, so let me guys know what do you think about this in the comment section on Instagram, under my other YouTube videos. I'll be happy to discuss it with you, to talk about this. Otherwise, do the work, don't waste your time, and remember, your future begins here. Good luck.